Hi guys, welcome back to my cave. This is Diana with Creativity Inc. And today I have a very special surprise. I got this beautiful globe for $1 because it was all cracked. And I'm working on a special surprise just for you guys. I grabbed my oilers. I made a photo shoot of them. I shot each and individual one of my 32 oilers. I printed them out, cutting them out. I did print them out on a file folder, which was fun. I have never printed out on a file folder. They turned out great, just how I feel like I wanted them. And I'm going to journal them on my collections journal. So, me trying to decide what it was that I wanted to put it, I had these, glue these, like, I don't know, paper cutouts that I had of some um, paintbrushes, but I like that paper for this particular project, so I decided to take off those papers and use this section right here to journal my oilers. And I started off by giving it some whiteness to it. I wasn't too clean about it. I just wanted to put white on there so it can kind of balance both places. And I gotta kind of darken this side up a little bit so it just kind of even. I don't want it even, but some cohesiveness. To start, I put some soft gel matte on all of the white parts, and then I put some on the black on the other part so that I'm able to put color and wipe it off, just so I can have some room to play with. If I didn't put nothing there, I just put the paint, and it would absorb right away, so I wouldn't have room to play with when it comes to color. I need that room for error, for to play. I don't know. Anyway, so before I put my color, I put a little bit of water, so that my color slides how I want it, and it's smooth in to put it in and out. And like I said, I put the color and then I wipe it off. I put like it's kind of like a glaze kind of way that I do it. Um, I don't like it solid color, so I just put it as so it looks like a glaze. And then I grab this golden. It's a transparent red, and I love it because it's like an oxide paint, and it gives me that oxidation or orange color that I love. So I use it to put some of it, and then I wipe some of it off too. I keep on putting my pieces there as a reference of color or shade. So if you guys see me putting a piece of oiler or a picture of an oiler there, it's just so that I can keep on comparing and see if my background is ready for my pictures or my oilers, and I don't have to, like, so I don't put them there and then glue them down and then decide I didn't like the background. So I keep on putting it in and kind of like looking into it and see if I like it. And I thought it was a little too busy, so I decided to dim it down with gray, just any gray. I think I just grabbed the first one that I saw and put it there. So I can dim down the black and the colors and push them back a little bit. And this will definitely unify both of my pages um, in one, so it looks like one layout rather than two pages or two layouts. And the same thing, I apply it, then I wipe it off to bring back some of that orange. I really like that. It's not an orange, it's a red. It's I don't know how to say cordocidal gold, transparent from golden. And what I'm doing here is I'm cutting a bunch of little foamy squares so I can bring some of the oilers out and bring some of them in, and like have a dimensional layout of oilers. And also what I'm doing here is I know that out of all the oilers, I wanted this one in this particular corner. Like when I was thinking about doing this layout, all I can think about is this big one, because in reality, in real life, is about maybe almost 3 feet tall. So it's a train oiler, so the spout has to be super long so they reach those train motors and stuff. So I thought locomotives. I guess. So I thought it was really cool and I really love it. It's one of my favorites. So I wanted to kind of showcase it and I didn't want to put it on this Oiler theme plan that I have laid out. And so I wanted to make sure I gave it a special spot. So I put it first to make sure it has a spot. And after that, I played with the layout. I played with it maybe for like 2 hours while I was watching TV too. So you guys see a little piece of it, but in reality, I moved them, put them there, take them back, put them back in, took them back out. Also, what I did to make the oiler stand out is with my fingers, I gave it that round shape. I rounded off the corners. And then once it's all glued out, I decided I was going to um, make a splatter. You guys know I have a fuzzling. So my fuzzling is going to come and visit this oiler section and make one of the oilers spill. So for me, I wanted to make that color of that oilers. You guys see how it has like that copperish, reddish, orangish color. So I'm playing with my colors, trying to match it. And the only thing is that when these colors dry, they're a different color than when they are there. So I didn't want it to look too orangey when it dried, and I didn't want it to look too dark. So for me, visualizing how it's gonna dry is I don't know, not challenging, but like I think about it maybe way too much. I should. I shouldn't be thinking about the the tone is gonna dry. But you know, it has happened to me where it dries in a different tone, and I'm like completely disappointed of the color it dries, especially like on those bright colors that you want, you know, like the greens and the blues. And so I don't know, they just break my heart. So I like this layout. Oilers is what started my collection of collections. So to me, Oilers is a important part of my collecting. Um, I don't know, thing that went on in my life. So I wanted to have a special layout. I wanted to have a nice one. So I think I overthought things a lot more than I should have. So this oil spill went all over the place, and you know, I realized that oil in real life is like see-through or like orangey, not orangey, like maybe golden or like, you know, blackish. But I like that orange tone that I had on the pages. So I was going to give my my oil a reddish tone. And to bring my shadows out, I like to, when I'm doing a layout and I have a like a centerpiece, or like in the scissors journal that I did, I like to bring my pieces out. And the way I do that is by highlighting it with a black shadow. So if I give my pieces um, a black shadow, I feel like they pop out of the picture. So for me, if they become a little bit more real. So that's why you guys see me always come back with black. And it's not that I want to blacken or darken the page. It's just that for me, I have to put shadows or um, I don't know, just to make them stand out. And I don't know how what happened, but it's not, it didn't show you guys, but I did a stencil by the Tim Holtz stencil with letters and numbers, and I did that here, and it was so cool that the spout fit right in between both of them. So when I did the stencil, it went on the both sides of the spout, and I put black on them, and then I went on top of them with a little bit of red, just like I did on the splatter, because I thought it was too dark. I wanted it more, um, I don't know, more orangish. So I put more of that gold. It's a tongue twister for me. Anyway, so I go back with my black, watered down black, and I first what I did is I went all around as a border, and I framed my layout first, and then I went back with my watered down black, and I did some of the shadows, but I mainly focused on the ones that you can see the most, which is like the spouts or handles or things that are more visible. I didn't put shadows on all of them because I didn't want to overwhelm the layout. I wanted to highlight some of them and just to kind of pop some of them out. I didn't want to pop all of them out. I feel like it would have been so much that at the end of the day, none of them would have been popped out or standing out. And so I decided just to put shadow on just a few of them, or the ones that are more visible or more on the top of the layout rather than all of the ones that are on the layout. Even with all that shadowing and putting some of them up and some of them down flat, I felt like it was a little flat. So I wanted to bring in another dimension by um, giving some of them a coat of high gloss like gel medium, and I actually gave them a couple of coats um, so that they would be super glossy. Oily is shiny, so I just feel like I was missing that aspect of the oil. And I don't know if you guys know, Oilers started my whole craze of collecting vintage items. My husband came home one day with a surprise and he gave me my first 6 Oilers. And I fell in love. I fell in love with them. It was just love at first sight. And so I've been collecting them since. And I have different kinds of Oilers. I have big ones, little ones, but right now I think I have about 32, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where I'm at. I counted them like 40 times, but every time I counted them I always forget. But they are my love, and so I wanted, a little special layout. And I hope you guys can see that through the layout. You guys can feel the specialness that I put into this layout. I know I haven't journaled in a while, and I really miss it, and I actually do love journaling. And um, as many of you know, my first passion is scrapbooking, and that's how I started doing like craft with scrapbooking. So journaling is kind of like uniting that scrapbooking world for me, and also art. I am an artist. I did go to school for art. I do have an associates in arts. I have an associates in art, associates in film. I have an associates in um, paralegal. And I know it has nothing to do one with the other, but I'm also halfway done with my associates in architecture. So I do like making things. I like creating, and so for me, journaling or junk journaling or um, junk journaling is kind of like uniting all of those worlds in a way. For me, it satisfies my soul. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this journal layout today about my journal, my collections. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, guys. See you guys next time. Oh, and please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye.